我可以给你个管理员，然后你每天帮我剪一下视频，听一下那个配上字幕也是可以的。是一个非常庞大的工程，我一个人有点揽不下来了，现在属于是。姐姐推荐摩尔多我推荐 Amber 2.0's live stream， 我推荐 Amber 2.0的直播间是一个非常摩尔多的好的一个地方啊。Thanks for following me， 谢谢大家关注。All right， 我现在开启了，请刚刚在麦上的朋友 please apply for the mic again and we'll get started。我们就重新开始啊！刚刚做到1v1起始时间了，是小杨跟 Lofty 为接的 first round of debate。一本正经推荐安保直播间，是的。什么直播间？这是个英文辩论直播间。Hello Eric， welcome back。
我先到6号去。
OK。然后我先把刚刚麦上朋友连回来啊。星辰 ，Shirley， Lofty。好，那现在我们的全员到齐了哈。我老婆说你还差8000粉丝到20万非荣冠，谢谢你老婆说。Anyway， let's get started， 我们现在就开始了啊。It's gonna be a one-on-one debate between Lofty and 超级小杨，是个1v1辩论。大家等会儿我会开启一个投票通道，大家支持谁，左上角就给谁投票。大家听观点来投票，不要主观的按照你们的想法投。大家喜欢哪个辩手，给谁投票就可以了。5 minutes， 他们给大家说一下规则啊。这一轮一共他们会有5分钟的时间，4分钟的 free debate cross fire 的时间，然后1分钟投票时间。每个人双方辩手可以互相打断对方 ，and each sentence should be finished within 30 seconds。每句话要在30秒之内结束。Instead of making a new long statement, you have to ask each other questions。不要去做立论，要去回答问题，问问题。All right， Lofty and 小杨 ，please roll the dice。先摇骰子，点大先开杠。是我老公，是你老 Emma 吗 ？Hello Lofty, please roll the dice. Okay. Lofty got a bigger number, right?
Yes.
Okay, Lofty, if you have any questions, now you can ask 超级小杨。
Okay, 小杨, do you think you'll be by your side with your loved ones when they're passing away?
Absolutely, I would try everything.
You would try everything to help them if, let's say, if they're sick or, well, I think that's the only scenario you can be with them.
Absolutely, Lofty. I would try everything if they are sick, and I would try any sort of medical treatment under mutual consent.
Okay, under mutual consent, yeah. Do you think you would know the will from them?
Sorry?
Like, do you think you know their opinions about death? Do you think
absolutely. I would try everything to find out. There are multiple ways to find out if they're willing to die or not, or if they are willing to conduct a certain medical surgery or not.
Okay. Do you think anyone wants to get sick or anyone wants to die?
Nobody wants to die.
Exactly.
That's the inevitable.
So if they would
the inevitable demise.
Okay, what do you think if let's say your beloved ones, right? Your loved ones.
Yes, Lofty.
They can choose to never be sick and be healthy again, and to keep on living with you. Do you think they will love that? They will like that fact that they can still spend time with you?
I think if that's what he or she wants, I would absolutely endorse.
So you don't have confidence in your loved ones to love you back?
I have absolute confidence, but however, one thing to bear in mind, Lofty, and the audience is that they are sick. Obviously, they're under tremendous.
Yeah, exactly.
They don't know what they're thinking about. They don't know what they want.
Do you think if they know they can be brought back to life after their death, they would be happy? They will face the death more calmly and peacefully if they know that they will be back to life and they're dead. They think they'll be happy.
For example,
you're not sure. So you think they want to die and they want to be sick or want to die or want to die in an accident or whatsoever?
Fair enough, Lofty. Great questions. Please allow me to respond.
Okay.
The thing is, some people would love to be back to life, to join this family, to join the world. That is true. However, for some, living is suffering. They don't have enough materials. They don't have economic foundation. They don't have loved ones. They rather to be back. They
don't have loved ones.
They don't want to be brought alive. Do you agree or disagree, Lofty?
I disagree because you said they might not have loved ones, but as their loved ones, they bring them back. Of course, they have people that's loving them, caring for them, right? And I think no one would choose to die in the first place.
However, Lucy, as much as I agree with your point, please elaborate. How do we choose who to use the technology? By money,
Well,
by
who
power?
to use our technology? No, the question is, if you understand the question, you would understand why. It literally says, if you have the ability to bring your loved ones back, would you use it on them? We're not talking about overall, like, we're not talking about everyone, okay, in this world. We're only talking about the person that we care, that we love. Would we use it on them? Would we use it on... We are empowered because we get to make the decision, because we know what they want. We know what they want from us. We love them. Of course, we'd understand how they feel about death, right? And we know no one wants to die.
The honorable gentleman made a false argument by assuming that we know what other people want, which is
That's exactly what I asked you at the start.
Look,
you said you agreed, right?
But please allow me to respond, which is absolutely insane because nobody knows what other people want.
That's what I asked you at the start, and you agreed. I said, do you think you'd get to know what they want, the attitude towards death or not? You said yes, you'd agree, you'd figure out because you'd be by their side when they're dying.
You answered that question at the start. By voting for Lofi, you're telling us that we know what other people want, which is absolutely racist, which is absolutely untrue.
I think that's a very simple question, to die or not to die.
Time's up for this round. Thanks, Sophie, 超级小杨 for giving a nice performance.
Obviously, okay, thanks.
谢谢超级小杨，正方 Lofi 跟超小杨啊，最后30秒投票时间，大家支持正方 Lofi 左上角小星星，支持超级小杨左上角小等赢。然后 Top Seek is gonna win this round。赢的那队会为他们的总队最后加上10票。再给大家说一下辩题，辩题是if there's a technology that can resurrect the person you love most in this world, will you use it？ 如果一项科技可以复活全世界你最爱的人，你要不要用这项科技？刚刚看到朋友问谁是正方谁是反方啊？1、2、3号麦的朋友是正方，4、5、6号麦的朋友是反方。From the first mic to the third mic, they're proposition. From the fourth mic to the sixth mic, they're opposition. And that's it. And we'll see who's going to win this round. Let me see. 3, 2, 1. Okay, congratulations, Luffy, for winning this round. 恭喜正方辩手 Luffy 赢了这一局的辩论啊！然后谢谢小杨的参加。好了，下一个第二轮的 one-on-one。第二轮 one-on-one debate. Each one representative.
Okay.
Please turn on the mic now.
要不让我来吧。
Alright, 谢草。Any volunteers from opposition side?
Me.
Shelley. OK. 第二轮辩论啊，两位小姐姐，正方一辩谢草小姐姐跟反方一辩 Shelley 一辩，也都两位一辩啊，都是来做这个 one-on-one debate. Please roll the dice. 请摇骰子。大家喜欢的话可以关注一下，每天晚10点半都是用辩论的直播哦。Alright, Shelley, please roll the dice.
为什么我点不了啊
OK. OK, 谢草 If you have any questions now, you can ask Shelley. 如果有任何问题，现在请开杠 Shelley.
Okay, Shelley, do you think like the resurrection is actually a violation of death?
No, I don't think so.
So if you don't think so, like why you're not support the resurrection technology? Because there's like no violation of death.
Okay, like I think it is a trap. It tells you that you can bring back your loved ones, but it doesn't tell you that in what form. If you have a dying person and you bring him back to life, but he is left in a sick situation, is that really good for him?
So actually, it is not the same. Like I really like your question. So if a person is dying, but actually you give him a second chance to give him a choice to choose death.
But he is remain sick. Is that really a good thing?
Maybe we have another method to bring him like alive. You know, I mean to.
Are you sure?
To cure himself, because you can choose actually the time when to do the resurrection.
We're not God, and we have no right to decide whether to live or to die for others.
So no. I mean, so the question is like when a people are dying and you bring him back, he's actually at a moment he's dying. But when we come to actually we can choose the time when the medical security is really developed society, and at that time we bring him back. He's dying, we can cure him. So it's a second life. That's what I'm talking about.
Okay, but this choice also makes many people who are not loved by others lose the chance to come back. That is very unfair. And at that time, love will become utilitarian. Don't you think so?
So actually it's not like a double choice. It's not like I think it's like true dualism, because the fairness you talk about is because love and not be loved. So
Someone is not being loved and they will lose the chance to come back. That is unfair.
but actually, like, why when they're alive they're not loved? There's some problem. If this person is respectful, they have like good virtue, why people don't love them?
Okay, so if the person you love is a depressed patient, he left because of his own choice, but you still, because of your like immaturity, and bring him back to world that he no longer loved, wouldn't be so selfish.
Okay, so you have mentioned that this person have a depressed problem. So actually, when he chooses death, is not in a clear mind. So it actually is a second time for him to choose his death. If he actually wants to choose this death, he can tell the person like, you not like bring me back again because this is my own choice. Actually, this
But he has already made his choice, and you bring him back to experience the whole pain that he just experienced.
Yes, then
That is so selfish.
like but when you mentioned the like precondition is that this person choose to death because he's depressed, he's like suffering a lot, but maybe like people around him doesn't like mention this, doesn't like figure out what actually is going on, this agony is going on with him. So when he came back, like people will know about this kind of his depression and his agony, so maybe it's a good way to help him to get rid of this kind of depression.
No, the reason why people cherish every day of life is that death will limit our time to experience the world. And that's why we have to cherish the present, cherish the people in front of us. You have to learn to accept the leave of your loved ones.
So it comes back to my first questions, like, do you think like resurrection is same will violate the death? Actually, it's the same question because it has no violation of death. So it doesn't mean like it have any like effects on like people, why we cherish the day, why we cherish the time, we cherish the present, what is going on now.
But everyone is an individual. It is very unfair to leave the right for someone else to decide.
Yes,
thumbs
but
up for this
when
front.
okay, sorry.
Thank
Thank
you. 也谢谢
Thank you.
谢草，谢谢两位小姐姐的精彩表演啊！现在咱们投票时间，观众朋友们，最后30秒时间，大家支持谁就给谁左上角投票啊！这是四叶草正方左上角小星星，这是 Shirley 左上角小抖音。然后给大家说一下我们的辩题啊。The topic is if there's a technology that can resurrect the person you love most in this world, would you use it? 如果像科技可以复活你最爱的人，你要不要用它啊？然后1、2、3号麦的朋友正方，4、5、6号麦的朋友反方。然后 now we're to finish the one-on-one debate。我们今天已做完了第2轮的1v1提词时间了，然后现在我们就到了 conclusion time，and we're gonna get started from Eric， 然后 later 星辰 for proposition。怎么样才算说有一 talking about fluency？ 等一下，刚刚那个好 ，congratulations Shirley for winning this round。恭喜反方一辩 Shirley 赢得了这局的胜利，然后也谢谢谢草的参加。再给大家说一下 ，this is an English chat stream and we do English debate every single night around 10:30 p.m. So if you like chatting English debate, you can stay in this room to improve your English, and you can also join my fans group so you can get my debate topics earlier before I get started streaming。大家喜欢辩论的话，可以关注我一下，每天晚上10点半我都会做英文辩论直播。然后现在可以申请我的粉丝群28群，然后这样的话，你们每天可以提前拿到辩论话题 ，so you can get work to pay if you want to join a debate. Okay, and Eric, are you ready to do conclusion for your team?
我不知道为什么我今天特别紧张。
为什么
I don't know.
？Am I lagging？ 我卡吗？因为我刚刚显示网络有点卡顿。
No, not really.
Okay, let's go. Eric.
Lofi mentioned something that is super interesting. He said it's a very simple question for Xiaoyang to choose between to die and not to die. That's actually not a very simple question. Take a look at what Shakespeare wrote in Hamlet. The very monologues talks about the very idea to die or not to die, to sleep or not sleep. So actually that's a question that's been hunting down human civilization through the course for thousands of years. We believe that the reason why Shakespeare has such a kind of quandary choosing between the die and not to die is mostly because that's a very idea that every single human being is faced up with. Several reasons proposition
the story house so that we can enter the dream university and some teenagers. That's true.
Tại Việt Nam thì chúng ta không có baby boomer hay là chúng ta không có generation X, nhưng mà có thể nói là từ đầu 60 cho đến giữa 70 thì những cái nhóm này chúng thấy là họ có cái nhìn khá đơn giản về thành công kinh tế, cố gắng hết mình làm việc không để lý giải được phương này là này cũng không là con thì tại nhiều cơ hội kinh doanh thì cái hậu chiến thì các nguồn tài chính đó là giai đoạn X, là cái giai đoạn một trường lao động. Thì tại cái thời điểm này tư duy và cái thế giới quan của họ vào nền kinh tế hiện đại trường lao động thì tại cái thời điểm này doanh nhất nhiều việc Việt Nam và những điều này không khó để lý giải. Ví dụ không nhận ra thì áp dụng cái lý thuyết hết mình nên rồi chúng ta sẽ lý giải được câu chuyện là tại sao họ tư duy như vậy. Dĩ nhiên cái khó khăn đầu tiên của cái tuổi thơ của thế hệ này là chiến tranh và nó chắc chắn có những cái tác động nghiêm trọng đến cái sự phát triển của họ, nhưng mà cái
chắc chắn cái tuổi thơ của những con người sống ở thế hệ trước tuổi thơ
thành công và kiếm đủ tiền thì áp dụng cái lý thuyết của Manon rồi chúng ta sẽ lý giải được câu chuyện là tại sao họ tư duy như vậy. Dĩ nhiên cái khó khăn đầu tiên của cái tuổi thơ của thế hệ này
khó khăn đầu tiên
là chiến tranh và nó chắc chắn có những cái tác động.
chiến tranh
Nghiêm trọng lên cái sự phát triển của họ, nhưng mà cái nhóm
Of course, the first difficulties of this generation is Warren. It certainly has serious implication for development.
好喜欢广西的水池吧，包。
泰语是一种高雅的语言。好吃的东西。
好看。
还不错哎。
一莎说艺术，容易。
飘飘溪里面，
在你的心里。
是一个1v1辩论啊，然后有观众朋友们，我每一次辩论话题都不一样，只会邀请2位朋友上麦，然后是一个赢家会留在麦上，输的人就是会离场，然后我们邀请下一位连线者来挑战上一轮的擂主。每一轮的话题都不一样，但是一个 impromptu debate， 是一个即兴辩论，所以大家看今天大家还想不想做车轮战啊？如果大家困了的话，或者累了就算了，如果大家不困的话，我们可以等会儿再做一下车轮战。喜欢这个气氛，谢谢，好玩，谢谢 Augustin， 谢谢你的热气球。 一句话说过，怎么练的英语啊？Speak more, read more, listen more, and you really like what aspect or what field you want to work on？ 你想要去提高哪一方面？比如说 ，if you want to improve your writing skill, you have to learn some specific skill of writing, and if you want to improve your oral English, it's actually quite easy. Just talk more and listen more, and it's better to find someone who speaks better English than you, and just talk to them. 听着你的直播睡觉，好的呀，好的，可以的啊，大家可以听着我的直播睡觉，大家就当摩耳朵了，给大家提供一个 like an English speaking environment。上学的话，值得花大量时间在英语上吗？我觉得这个前提哈，就是上不上学都不重要，重要的是你想不想要把你的英语练好。就是只要你想的话，任何时间，不管是你的社会地位或者是你的年龄也好，这都是一项就技能吧，就是一项沟通的工具，什么时候都可以提升的。I want to improve my grammar. Grammar 怎么提升？我没有怎么学过，但是我觉得 I really don't know because I'm not an English teacher. 我不是英语老师，所以我对语法这一块确实没有办法给大家一个好的建议，就是怎么样是一个很好提升语法的一个那个。快速对大家点赞，点赞到2万，我们就可以开始了啊。到我们今天的结论，第二个话题 ，and the topic we're talking about， 我们刚刚的话题是if there's a technology that can resurrect the person you love most in this world, would you use this technology？ 就是有一项科技可以复活你最爱的人，你要不要去用它？这个是我们刚刚做的 debate 话题。For newcomers， 再给大家说一下，就我每天直播都说很多次这个话，但是我I have to say like once again. So there's an English chat room, and we do English debate every single night around 10:30 p.m. And every day we have different topics. And also, if you have any suggestions on my live stream or debate topics, you can send it to me. Send it in the fast group or DM me. Both okay. I'll see it. 大家有什么好的辩论话题可以发给我，发在群里面，粉丝群里面我都会采纳。然后怎么进我的粉丝群？大家点我的头像，关注了我之后，点我的头像进我的主页，简介下方有个粉丝群，现在可以申请28群。我每天会8点钟在群里面给大家说我今天的直播时间跟辩题，大家可以准备一下，然后再来参加。If you want to join the debate， 刚刚我看到 Eric 说 reading can also help your grammar。 Yes， 这个是就是我觉得这读书啊，读原著是可以提高你对一个语言的一个结构的这种感知。我觉得就是因为你读书的时候，我觉得大多数人不会去刻意的分析你的这个语法，但是你能有那种就是所谓的语感。他说念出来可以顺一点，是的。Alright， OK， 那我现在就开聊天室了，到2万了 ，Let's get started。我们今天就最后的 conclusion 了，然后 it's gonna be Eric and also 星辰 ，right？ 那我就只邀请这2位朋友上麦了哈，因为我们马上做结辩做完，今天这个话题就结束了。然后我们看顺利的话，我们可以做一轮车轮。Alright， 星辰 is not coming back. Let's wait for her. 我们等一下她。大家想问一下，大家是自己的 natural stance of this topic 是什么？大家觉得要不要用这项技术 ？Okay， 星辰 is coming back. So let's get started from Eric.And 2 minutes for you to give us conclusion. 有请反方辩手 Eric 告诉我们为什么他们不使用这项科技去复活他们最爱的人。Let's go.
Back when Lofi was crossfiring with Xiaoyang, he was asking a very simple question, quote unquote. Do you want that person to die or not to die? Actually, that's not a very simple question, because based on what I talked about back in Shakespeare's Hamlet, the monarchy he was talking about, to die or not to die, to sleep or not sleep, that's a very deep philosophical question that's been haunting down human civilization up to back in Renaissance until today, and probably in the foreseeable future. The reason why we're having this debate is because we have such a deep and insightful understanding of what love and death is talk about. Several reasons why our proposition side is actually losing the debate. The first clash goes to the understanding of to die or not to die. The proposition side has been constantly talking about whether we should allow them to leave. But we have to point out the one single fact in this context, that you are not supposed to be the God in anyone's life. Because once you have become that dictator of their lives, other people